I'd like to welcome you all here to our Choose Love meditation. And I'm going to begin by sharing the screen, and then the meditation will be about 20 minutes. And so I hope you're all very comfortable and relaxed in your surroundings, because the whole point of the meditation is to create comfort and relaxation for you. Okay. So tonight is a Choose Love meditation by myself. I'm Tanya Levy. They also call me Heartlady, which I'll talk about in a second. So the Choose Love formula, as you know, is courage plus gratitude plus forgiveness plus compassion and action equals choose love. And so what happened was my husband bought me a camera and, well, a phone, but I use it as a camera. So I went in the bathroom to take a picture through the bathroom window, and I accidentally had the flash on, and it created a flower of light. And that made me so excited that since then I've taken about 180,000 photos. And I was in a writers group where we put small pieces of writing every day. And I started posting a lot of heart cloud pictures with writing. And because I posted so many pictures of hearts, they started calling me Heartlady. And even today, I will get a picture of a heart of a tree or a flower on my Facebook page, and it will say, "Thought of you, Heartlady." So people post pictures of hearts from all over the world for me, all because I took an accidental photo of light through a window and started posting pictures of heart-shaped clouds. So as I began to do more and more of my photos, I thought, well, how could I take this idea of spreading healing and join it with my photos? So I began to create my photos with the intention of offering healing for anyone who wished to receive it. So for example, this photo here that says "We are all connected, choose love." This piece is infused with the intention of being connected and choosing love and being part of the Choose Love movement. So if you look at it, that's what you receive. And if you just like a pretty picture, then that's what you receive. So the intention is never to force healing love on anyone, of course. So as I said, the choose love formula equals courage plus gratitude plus forgiveness plus compassion. And I have to tell you this, I was cleaning out my closet and I found this photo. I don't know if you can see it. It's one of my early photos of a burst of light. And this is what I wrote on the photo. In any given moment, we can choose love. And I found this while I was doing the training for Choose Love, while I was cleaning out my closet. And this photo is probably from, I'd say 2007, 2008. So there are no mistakes. So now this is where you get comfortable and we begin our meditation. This is a journey of the heart meditation. I'm going to take you on a journey of the heart, and we're going to go through each part of the Choose Love formula. I invite you to close your eyes and become comfortable. Please join me in this journey of the heart meditation to choose love. Begin by taking 3 deep breaths. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Allow your breath to flow through your body in its own timing and wisdom. You see a path before you. This is the path of heart, the choose love path. What do you notice as you start walking the path? What do you see? What do you hear? What do you smell? What can you touch? Notice your feet connected to the earth as you walk. The first stop is courage. Breathe in love. Breathe out fear. Imagine something you are afraid of. It could be a person, place, or thing. Breathe in love. Breathe out fear. Surround yourself in that person, place, or thing in a blue bubble. Breathe in love. Breathe out fear. Place both your hands on your heart. As you think about this bubble, imagine it filling up with courage. Filling up with courage. Filling up with blue courage. Imagine your fear evaporating. Breathe in love. Breathe out fear. Say to yourself, I choose courage. Walk a little further along the path. What do you notice as you walk? What do you see? What do you hear? What do you smell? What can you touch? Feel the earth underneath your feet as you walk. The next stop is gratitude. Think of a person you are grateful for. Think of a place you are grateful for. Think of a thing you are grateful for. Think of an experience you are grateful for. Think of a moment or a memory that you are grateful for. Fill your heart up with this memory that you are grateful for. What does this memory look like? What does this memory smell like? What does this memory taste like? What do you hear in this memory? What can you touch in this memory? The color for gratitude is green. Surround this memory and your heart with flowing green energy. Breathe in gratitude. Let it fill up every cell of your being. Allow the flowing green energy of gratitude to fill up your being, beginning at your toes, moving up through your ankles, knees, thighs, and hips. Allow it to fill up your pelvic region, your spine and back, your lungs, your heart, your organs. Allow it to flow up through your fingertips, through your arms and shoulders. Allow it to flow up through your throat, neck, and face. Allow it to flow through your eyes, ears, nose, and mind. You are full with the green energy of gratitude, and now you can let it go. As that flowing green energy goes, say to yourself, I choose gratitude. Walk a little further. What do you notice as you walk? What do you see? What do you hear? What do you smell? What can you touch? Allow whatever comes through your mind to come through. Whatever comes through your heart to come through. This is a safe space to allow. Feel the earth underneath your feet as you walk. The next stop is forgiveness. Think of a person or situation in the last week that you forgave. Think of a person or situation in the last week where you were forgiven. Imagine opening your mind and heart to forgiveness. Imagine loosening your grip. Imagine detaching from outcome. Imagine the lightness of a butterfly in flight. Offer yourself the gift of forgiveness. The color for forgiveness is white, silver, or gray. Imagine a bubble around you of white, silver, or gray. Imagine that bubble filled up with the loving energy of self-forgiveness. Imagine being held by that bubble, floating, floating, floating. And now as the bubble softens and floats away, say to yourself, I choose forgiveness. Walk a little further. What do you notice as you walk? Is there anything on the path that speaks to you that you'd like to pick up and put in your pocket? It might be a symbol or a message. What do you see? What do you hear? What do you smell? What can you touch? Feel the earth underneath your feet as you walk. The next stop is compassion in action. Think of a time someone was compassionate towards you and showed you compassion through their actions. Fill your heart up with this memory. Think of a time you were compassionate towards someone and showed your compassion through your actions. The color for compassion in action is yellow. Imagine a gift box in the color yellow. This gift box is there before you. Inside this gift box is the gift of compassion. Open this gift of compassion and receive it. Let it flow to every cell of your being. Let it fill you up. Allow the flowing yellow energy of compassion to fill up your being, beginning at your toes, moving up through your ankles, knees, thighs, and hips. Allow the yellow energy of compassion to fill up your pelvic region, your spine and back, your lungs, heart, and organs. Allow it to flow up through your fingertips, through your arms and shoulders. Allow it to flow up through your throat, neck, and face. Allow it, like the yellow of the stars, to flow through your eyes, ears, nose, and mind. Then let it go. As you're receiving compassion, say to yourself, I choose compassion in action. Walk a little further. What do you notice as you walk? What do you see? What do you hear? What do you smell? What can you touch? Feel the earth underneath your feet as you walk. The last stop on our journey is choose love. Reflect on how your life has been impacted by choosing love. What gifts has choosing love brought you? What gifts has choosing love brought others in your life? Imagine a red heart in front of you. Place anything that no longer serves you in this moment in your life in that red heart. It's okay to let them go. Allow love to absorb what no longer serves you. Now choose love in every cell of your being. Allow the flowing red energy of choosing love to fill up your being, beginning at your toes, moving up through your ankles, knees, thighs, and hips. Allow it to fill up your pelvic region, your spine and back, all this choosing love. Allow it to fill your lungs, heart, and organs. Allow it to flow up through your fingertips, through your arms and shoulders. Allow it to flow up your throat, neck, and face. Allow it to flow through your eyes, ears, nose, and mind. Then let it go. As you receive love, say to yourself, I choose love. Say to yourself, I am love. I am loved. I am loving. We are love. We are loved. We are loving. Let us offer love to everyone on this call tonight. Let us offer love to everyone who watches the recording later. Let us offer love to the whole world. Let us offer love to the universe. Let us offer love to ourselves. And as we start the end of our journey, take a moment to receive any message, sign, or gift that you may wish to bring back with you to remember to choose love. I invite you to take 3 deep breaths. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Allow your breath to flow through your body in its own timing and wisdom. Wiggle your fingers and toes and any other part of your body you wish to wiggle. Come back to my voice in the room. Don't rush. Thank yourself for taking the time to participate in the Choose Love meditation today, and just take a moment to rest. I have a few more photos to show you, but I wanted to stop at this moment to just check in and see if anyone would like to share, since I wrote this Choose Love meditation especially for all of you, and this is the first time sharing it this evening. So if you have any, oh, I'm seeing lots of nice comments in the chat. Thank you. But if you have anything you'd like to share about the journey, I'm happy to listen, and you don't have to share. There's never any pressure, but I just wanted to check in and see if you have any observations.
Well, I'll share. I loved it, and I loved that it was an individual journey, almost like an adventure that was very experiential as you took us along, but then you brought it back to the really important fact that we are here on individual journeys, but we were created to be knit together. And so you related it to each other, and then reminded that it's also an individual journey. And that gets back to the choosing love message. And I thought it was fantastic. Thank you. Beautiful.
Thank you, Scarlett. And I'd also like to thank Julianne, Paula, Michelle, who says our memories are our future. Yes, I felt that. I felt some knitting together. Like I felt a lot of, I want to say star energy, like the light in our hearts kind of knitting us together. And Shreya, you're welcome. And Carrie. Yes, and when I was saying send love to the world, I was really thinking about the children that have been found in the mass graves. And I didn't want to get specific in the meditation, but that was certainly on my mind and heart when I was, and thank you, Marlene. And when I'm thinking about, only God winks, no coincidence, I'm thinking also about maybe taping it and posting it to my page for, I mean, you'll have your recording, but I'd like to I'll probably put it on my YouTube channel. I just want to show you some of the photos I created for each of the stops, because it's also a bit of a visual journey. So this is the breathe in love, breathe out fear formula, fear photo I created. And it took me about an hour, but I did get a duck nose in there.
I see it totally. Oh my God, I saw it right away. I love it. So can you describe how you did this? They're incredible.
So I took a picture of light, and then I put it through a filter, and then I used my finger to create the heart and the duck on a, because in Camel you can use your finger to create things. And so I slowly nudged the yellow out to make a duck and slowly nudged the pink out to make a heart. And then I saved it like that. So this might be a photo of a sunset that I put through a couple filters, and then, so the duck was probably originally like a sun.
Do you see, I see above in the middle, kind of like a dove or an
Yes.
angel,
Yes, I do. Yes.
and then almost like the sunbeams coming out from the middle.
Yes. Yes.
Ah, gorgeous. And then the underneath the duck chin, first of all, there's the orange in the duck, but then underneath the duck chin, there's the heart there.
Yes.
And then it looks like a little bit like water. It's amazing. And like a wave. It's
Yes.
absolutely gorgeous. I'm just, I have done art for 30 years. So I'm like, whoa, blown away. This is amazing.
Well,
Beautiful.
thank you. And one of the challenges is I create photos very quickly. Like it's almost like they tell me what they want to be. So if you said to me, what was the original photo, it would be difficult for me to tell you that. But I do know that I take photos of nature and light and sun, and sometimes I make them myself in flow paper with my finger.
Mhm.
So
Incredible.
I'm allergic to paint, so it's all digital art
Oh,
and stuff.
wow. It's incredible.
So that was so that's for courage. And this is the gratitude one. So I imagine all these bubbles are all those. Remember, I asked you person you're grateful for, place you're grateful for, a memory. So I imagine all these little bubbles holding memories of gratitude. So that's that one. And I have all these folders saved now as choose love, courage, choose love, gratitude. So I can find them in my 180,000 directory. And this is the one for forgiveness, because I felt forgiveness needed something softer, like almost like a guide or an angel, because I think sometimes we need help to forgive, like a little spiritual help. And I still think there's a little bit of duck yellow energy in there, and I kind of I feel children in this, like playful children.
I see the duck heads on either side with an
Yes.
eye and an open beak, and then and even like going around to the chest. And then it's almost like, for me, this is almost like a metamorphosis
Yes.
of you can't tell if it's a little or a big, or it's, but you just, it feels like rebirth.
Yes.
Ah, love it. Gorgeous.
Well, thank you.
Oh my gosh.
It's always a risk to share art. You said you'd been doing art for 30 years, Scarlett, but it's always that risk, because even though, because the artist is always vulnerable when they share, right? Like,
Yes,
because you
totally.
put a part of yourself in every piece you create. And I could say I don't, but it wouldn't be true.
Oh, absolutely. Yes, it's your baby. You created it.
Just
So this is
beautiful.
this. Well, thank you.
Wow.
This is compassion in action, which was, I kind of took the gratitude bubbles and I made them into hearts, because I think a lot of times if we're compassionate from a place of gratitude, it's easier. Like I think it's easier to be compassionate when we're thankful for the compassion we're giving and receiving, I think. So that was what I was thinking when I made this photo. And in the middle, there's like, I can't figure out if it's like a little happy face frog or a happy face being, but I see this little kind of impish smile in the middle, this little impish being. And this happens to me a lot in my photos. I'll create them and then later I'll look at them and I'll go, who is that in the middle? Is that an angel, or is that like a little, like a frog sticking its tongue out? I'm never too sure, but I just assume that the energy of that is there.
Are
And so
these available to purchase, or like, I love the gratitude one.
Yes, I don't know who's speaking.
Carrie, I'm sorry.
Sure, absolutely, Carrie. Yeah. I have my website at the end, and if it's not on there, you can just email me and I can make that happen.
Thank you.
And then this is at the end of the meditation where I said, take a moment to rest. So this is rest under the tree, because I see a lot of vicarious trauma right now in helpers of having overdone it during COVID and being deeply impacted by some of the things that are happening in the world. And I just want to remind all of us that, you know, we have the idea part of the creation and we have the action part of the creation, but the creative cycle needs the rest part too. And it's just, I just always take every moment I can to remind people that it's easier to give from a full cup. And for each of us, that's different. Like rest doesn't mean to sit under the tree. For some of us, rest means going and paddle boarding, or, you know, for me, it's sweating in the peonies in the garden, right? You know, so rest isn't always like, you know, lateral, like sleeping, right? Sometimes rest can be something we're very active or interested in, or a hike, or sometimes rest is making a pot of soup. Sometimes rest is, you know, throwing frisbee with your dog, or you know, reading your child a story. Like so rest is different for each of us and different at different times in our lives, and that's okay. That's the beautiful part of rest. So it could say self-care under the tree, but it's not as interesting in a photo when I say self-care under the tree. So rest under the tree, sit under the tree, lay under the tree, write under the tree, you know, laugh under the tree, play under the tree. You know, it's your tree.
Beautiful.
And choose love. And this is my graphic for Heartlady. I just created a website last week, and it's more of a product website, but all my contact information's on there. And what I wrote on it is, I have a very large gallery, so anything you see is available to purchase. I've linked my Flickr there, and Flickr would have probably, well, I have 180,000 photos stored there, but there'd be about 20,000 for viewing. And I've had 960,000 views of my photos.
Gorgeous.
Almost to 1 million.
I can see why. They're incredible. They really are exceptional.
So, and my email is Caper Poet, because of course I write poetry too. And it depends, like, because some of you are in the States, and if you wanted to do your own printer canvas, I mean, we can talk about a price for a digital download too, because I know y'all aren't going to go and say this is mine. So, like, sometimes, and I worry sometimes about stuff getting destroyed in the mail, so I'm, you know, very open to digital offerings. And then you can print whatever you want. I actually did a custom order for a woman going to Germany, and it was, I think 40 by 20, or yeah, it's probably about 3 feet tall, and it went to Germany in a tube. She
Oh,
carried it with her
wow.
to her friend. It was she wanted something to signify their friendship, so I made a photo of, like, and she's in Cape Breton and her friend's in Germany, so I made a canvas print, because Michelle and I have a person on what we call Route 19 who prints stuff for us. So, and I have mailing tubes too, so what I can get canvases done and so on. And so she took it to Germany, and it's funny because she's like, what if they don't let me on the plane? What if I'm over my luggage? And I said to her, it's done. It's in Germany. It's going to be perfect. Like, don't worry
Right.
about it. Right. And so, actually, I'm sitting on a canvas right now because Michelle and I did a deck on spinal resonance, and then we got every card printed. So this is the one for thoracic 7. Clear the mind of clutter and old recordings. Feel the soft breeze that provides optimism and glory. Let the calm quiet become your gentle living. So if I'm doing something like this and I need support, I just sit on my photo.
What a
Wow.
great idea.
And I
That's a-
know that sounds funny, but I think sometimes we think art is supposed to be something that we like put on the wall and we're done with it. But I see art as an interactive experience. Like it can give us healing, and why not sit on it or hold it in our hand? Or I also make jewelry. Why not wear it? Like
Absorb it.
absorb it. Yeah. So if you were looking for the interesting part of my life, I have another, part of my life, of course, that I work every day as a counselor. This is my the fun part. Not that that's not fun, but this is my creative, as my husband says, that I love to play in the dirt. Because I do. I'm never happier like coming from the garden, and you get mud here and down your face and you're sweating and like my grins from ear to ear. And I think that's how I create art. Like I never go into creating a piece of art with a like this has to be this. I go in to create a piece of art with what do you want to be?
Love
And
that.
and I say that to you because I think there's so much pressure in society to be linear and intentional and to tick off the to-do list, and I'm not saying that that doesn't have a place, because we know we have to function in our daily lives. But I hope tonight that there was some playfulness to the meditation for you, because I think sometimes choosing love, the playfulness is what can get us through. 10 years ago, my son's father and his father died 3 days apart. And he was at football camp when it happened, when both deaths happened, actually. So I had to go to football camp, tell him what happened, give him a hug, buy him an ice cream cone, ask him if he wanted to come home. He wanted to stay. Come back home, learned that his grandfather died, which was his father's father. Didn't tell him till the end of football camp. And yes, there was the painful part of grief, and there was the anger, and there was frustration. I don't know why I'm telling you this, but somebody needs to know this tonight. There was all that. But there was also the let's go out in the garden and just plant a plant for them. Let's do something physical. And in the process of planting that plant, it was about a year later, that was when we finally found a way to talk through it, right? But there had to be some sort of playfulness to it. There had to be some sort of movement through it. I mean, both my parents were very ill before they died. And I was thinking the other day that they loved ice cream. And I can remember, saying to them, what do you want? They said, we want ice cream. Driving through the drive-through, coming back with 2 bowls of ice cream. And, mom was paralyzed and bedridden, and dad had MS, and he was in the chair, and running back and forth with the ice cream with them, and them having the biggest smiles on their face, because it wasn't the big thing that was choosing love with them. It was sitting and watching golf, or getting the ice cream, or, like I just say that to you because I don't ever want you to feel burdened by choosing love. I don't ever want you to feel burdened by being courageous, or, choosing forgiveness or gratitude or compassionate action, because it's the simple and practical and accessible things that really in the end make the difference. And I don't know why that was important to share with you tonight, but there you go.
That was wonderful. Thank you.
No, it's not. I think that's what I was trying to communicate. It's not. It's the little things every day, right? Like it can be just, and choosing love for ourselves can be like we have our favorite tea, but sometimes we just won't buy it. We have our favorite mug, but we don't take the time to clean it, We have our favorite shoes, but for some reason we don't put them on. Like it doesn't have to be, and I'm thinking of tea because of Michelle and Choose Love on Wednesday, but And I posted this on Facebook because I made this. This is yes. Enjoy now. This is I took lemon thyme from my garden and lemon balm, and I poured boiling water over it, and then I let it cool. And then I strained it, and then I put cranberries in it. And then I added a little bit of, I had some like natural sugar in my cupboard. And so now I have natural cranberry juice to support my health, right? But the thing is that everybody chooses love for themselves differently. So this is how I chose love yesterday. I made this, right? Because for me, staying hydrated is a struggle because I get tired of water, but I also don't want to put a lot of sugar in my body. So that was how I managed to do that. Because tell me, each of you, how might you choose love in your own life? What's a simple thing you could do every day to choose love? Michelle, Paula, I know them, so I can call on them.
I now have this little timer that goes off at 1 o'clock that tells me it's time to tune in to choose love.
Ah,
And I was finally able to get that all to coordinate. So that's
awesome.
one piece. Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
And then connection with fabulous people. That's how I do it
Nice.
every day.
So Shreya says hi to her nephew. Scarlett hangs out with her puppy. Paula, you have anything you could share?
Yeah, just being in nature is always an amazing way of just choosing to be connected to ourselves, connected to nature, which allows us to reach out and connect to each other.
Awesome. Julianne, Alexis, I can't see everybody. Let's see here. Or Carrie or Betsy, anyone else want to share in chat or online about how you might choose love during your day? Go ahead.
Yeah, mine is just, we have dinner every night together, whether it's at 10 o'clock, sometimes 8 o'clock. And we've done that since she was little. It was always my thing is, we just sit there, we'll watch TV sometimes. And just, it's that special moment. And even later on at night, we just sometimes watch TV or sit with our dog and talk with each other and share our days and our peak and our pit. And that was, those are just, we just said that, we go, what's your happy place?
Yeah.
And that's our happy place of the night, the day is done. We could just relax.
Yeah, after all like busyness there about what we're doing. I was gonna say definitely I've been trying to take more breaks to play with my puppy. Sometimes, it's like, a whole day goes by and then by the time I go outside and take a walk, it's like where the day goes. So I try and take, little breaks.
And I see Betsy posted about taking walks.
It's Carrie. I just wanted to say that.
Oh,
first of all-
sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Go ahead. Yeah,
Can you
great.
hear me?
I hear you. Sure. Go ahead.
Okay. First of all, this is one way that I've chosen for self-love. But also I never put my picture up because I've been really ill and I look awful. But when I have to lay down and rest, I always feel so guilty. And I think it's because growing up with 5 kids in the family, we were never allowed to just relax. It was a very loving family, but you had to be, don't sit, there's
Fine.
stuff to do, and there was always stuff to do. And then a single mom of 2. And so it's just giving myself that time and that permission to put my head down and say, it's okay. So for me, that's what I've learned over this past month.
That's beautiful, Carrie. There's a beautiful Instagram page. It's called the Nap Ministry. And they see naps as a form of social justice to overcome the idea that we always have to be on and doing things.
Wow. Okay.
No idea how we're doing for time. Oh, 7:50 already. Wow. Well, it has been an absolute honor to hang with all of you this evening and just spend time with you. And
Thank you so
it's-
much.
I've been waiting for this for days. So thank you very much. It was so exciting to hear that, the meditation, and see how you put it all together. And as much as we worked on all that artwork over the last few days, to see other unique pieces that you were able to tie into the formula is just fantastic. So thank you, Tanya.
Well, thank you, Shreya. One of the things that I do, I'll tell you, my trade secret for meditation is that I practice it myself for 3 nights before I present it for all of you. So when I go to bed for 3 nights in a row, I practice it. Well, the first night I fell asleep in the first station, and the second night I fell asleep in the second station. So I actually had to do it in the middle of the day yesterday so that I get through the whole thing. So
That's funny.
So
Well, it was great. Thank you.
well, I wish everyone well on their journey, and make sure you include yourself in choosing love.
Thanks. And thanks, Scarlett. We love you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. That was such a gift. I love you all too. What a beautiful month. And such a tremendous amount of effort being put in. And it is so appreciated. And it's brought us all together, which is the best part. So thank you so much.
Good night.
Thanks. And love you too, Scarlett.
You. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye-bye. I'm going to sign
Bye.
off. Bye-bye.